me. My name is Mike Gonsalves. It's great to be here. My speech is believe in yourself. And I am, first of all, I'm a nobody. I'm not smart enough. I'm not good enough. And I should probably just take what I can get and settle. All messages that no one should ever have to receive or listen to, let alone a 13-year-old kid. Well, that's exactly the messages that I was given as a 13-year-old kid. I want to make it known out of the gate that I've never been a big fan of schooling or organized studies. They just never held my attention long enough to grasp and learn the information. Don't get me wrong, I love learning. As a matter of fact, I can't get enough of it these days. I'm constantly reading. I love going on YouTube, grabbing different informational videos. I love TED Talks. I watch them every day. I love learning. The difference now is that I'm the one who decides and dictates what I learn, when I learn, how I learn. So I'm the one who decides that. In addition to that, I learn a little differently than the rest. Some people can take a book and read it cover to cover and grasp the material and know it in a second. I don't learn that way. I have to read it maybe a couple of times, ask questions, evaluate it a little differently, look at graphics. I'm very visual. That's how I learn. It's not right, it's not wrong, it's just how I learn. That's how I grasp information. So just to summarize a little bit, growing up as a kid, I didn't like schooling, organized studies, and I learned a little differently. Now, this didn't mean that I did not want to be encouraged, motivated, supported by my teachers. I wanted that. It didn't mean that I didn't want to do well and get good grades. Granted, my grades didn't reflect that. I did want to do well. And most importantly, it didn't mean that I deserved to be discouraged, talked down to, told that I wasn't good enough, smart enough, and I should just settle. No one should have to ever listen to that. I don't care if you're 13 years old, 7 years old, 30 years old. Just because others don't believe in you doesn't mean you should stop believing in yourself, and that's exactly what I did. In high school, when I was about to graduate, I wanted to go to college, and I was advised not to go. My grades weren't good. My guidance counselors, teachers, friends were like, don't go, just go get a job, make some money, you're probably not going to get in. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to go to college. So I applied to college. I'm going to college. Wouldn't you know it, I got in. I got accepted, and I graduated 4 years later. I wasn't done there, though. I wanted to go to grad school next. And I wanted a graduate assistantship on top of that. Once again, I was advised, you're crazy. Don't do it. Your grades aren't right. It's very competitive. Now, this was advice I got from guidance counselors, friends, sadly enough, even family. They're like, you got an education now, just go out, get a job, make money. It's not what I wanted. I wanted a graduate assistantship. I wanted to go to grad school. So I applied, wouldn't you know it, I got my graduate assistantship, and I graduated from grad school with honors. I want to flash back now to 11th grade civics class, and I think we were doing like a demographics exercise, and the teacher said, I want to see a show of hands for those who want to move out of state once they graduate from high school or college or just down the road. So of course I raised my hand. I just had this vision of going west, going to California where it's nice, warm, no snow. And the teacher looked at all of us with our hands up and said, that's great, guys, but statistically speaking, you guys aren't going anywhere because you either don't have the ability, the means, or the guts. Flash. Let's go forward now again. I just got done graduating grad school, and I thought to myself, I'm moving to California. I'm moving to San Diego, and that's exactly what I did. And I lived there for 14 years. So much for no guts, no ability, no means. One more story. I got out to California, I started working for a fitness facility, and I made it clear out of the gate to the general manager there, I'm going to become a fitness manager. And they looked at me, they were excited about my enthusiasm. And they told me, they said, all right, Mike, well, listen, you have to put in your time, work here a couple of years, and then we'll consider you for a job, for a fitness manager position. But it's going to be a couple of years. 9 months later, I was promoted to fitness manager. What I learned is that no one can tell you what you can and can't do. No one can tell me what I can and can't do. I decide what I can and can't do. If I believe in myself, anything is possible. One of my favorite quotes was from Nelson Mandela, and it is, first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, and then you win. Believe in yourself. Thank you.